People are unable to explain to the Wananchi what they have done. They want reports, technical reports. What technical report does a trader in Muthurwa need to know that when he tries to log in, the thing is not working? On the question, yes, on the question of the default rate, yes. Mr. Speaker, these are the figures from the CBK. Mr. Speaker, can I be allowed to proceed? I am the most interrupted senator in this House. For heaven's sake.
Order, honorable senators. Allow the senator. You have raised a point of order. Let the senator substantiate. Thereafter, you will rise on your point of order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am in constant communication with these people. We are not talking about Wi-Fi in Kiambu. We are talking about Wi-Fi in Nairobi, the people I represent.
Very well.
If you want to substantiate whether Wi-Fi is working, you go there and try it.
Senator Sufina,
go there and try it.
Senator Sufina, there is a point of order that has been raised.
The second one,
and
Mr.
I'm
Speaker.
proceeding to make a ruling on it.
The second one.
One, this is my ruling on the point of order raised by Senator Veronica. Just take a seat. One, you've been called upon to substantiate on the issue of Wi-Fi. That you cannot do right away.
Mr. Speaker, we were told about the question of subsidizing the price of fertilizer. Now, it is public record that, in fact, some of this subsidized fertilizer came to this country as a donation from the government of Russia. And this is something that the government of Russia confirmed to us publicly. If you receive something for free, you cannot tell us you have reduced its price. It's that simple. You got it for free. You cannot tell me you have reduced its price. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, this is another obvious untruth by the head of state on the question of fertilizer.
Honorable Senator is misleading this House. He is talking about free fertilizers. Can he provide evidence, table this evidence before this House?
Senator for Nairobi, can you substantiate your claim? And if you cannot, you proceed to withdraw it.
Mr. Speaker, I will request for time to table evidence from the speeches from the leadership of the Federal Republic of Russia that they in fact gave a donation of fertilizer.
So when do you intend
So give me time. You can give me until tomorrow. I will table tomorrow. It. Absolutely, Mr. Speaker. Let me proceed to something else that I consider.
What is the point of order, Senator Boni?
Sorry, Mr. Speaker, I wish not to offend you, but because we have been engaged on wild goose chase in this House before in terms of substantiation, caution them that he should not come here with newspaper reports. He should come here with evidence, authenticated extracts of speeches of the leadership of Russia, which we know.
Senator Boni, you cannot teach the chair on what to communicate. I know exactly what amounts to a substantiation, and whatever the senator will bring must, of course, meet that standard. If it won't, the chair will rule. Proceed, Senator Sifuna.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. There is another half-truth, Mr. Speaker, that was spoken on the floor of the House, that in fact 56,000 new teachers had been employed this year alone. Now, the problem there is that on the face of it, it appears like the head of state knows what he's talking about. But data from the TSC itself indicates that up to 80% of that 56,000 teachers were hired on short-term contracts, Mr. Speaker. And only 20% of those are permanently employed. That is something you need to say to the state, to the nation, so that we know the true state of affairs when it comes to the hiring of our teachers. Mr. Speaker, let me continue. He also announced that in September, or that in June of this year, his administration would employ 103 community health promoters. And we saw him flagging off distribution of 100,000 kits to be used by those people. Mr. Speaker, the fact of the matter is that that is not true. That is not true. In fact, counties are supposed to identify the people to be recruited as CHPs, and that progress is ongoing. So you cannot claim something has happened, yet it has not happened, just to massage the numbers and appear like your government is working. Next, Mr. Speaker, he told us I am on the speech. These are contents of the president's speech. I'm not
What is
making
the
up
point
anything.
of order?
Thank you, Speaker. I had to interrupt the Senator for Nairobi. The 100,000 community health promoters were launched on Mashujaa
Are you
Day.
on a point of information
Yes.
or a point of
Is
order?
in order, Mr. Speaker, to mislead the House without giving us evidence to support his claim that we did not recruit 100,000 community health promoters. We did.
Mr.
Senator
Speaker,
Sufina, is your assertion factual?
Mr. Speaker, I represent a county.
If indeed,
I represent a county.
Senator Sufina, if it's factual, let it form part of those factual claims that you
Please, I will substantiate whatever is required for me to substantiate. Because, Mr. Speaker, the truth is the only weapon we have against the lies that are there in the world. Mr. Speaker, let me go to the question of recruitment of healthcare workers. Told us 20,000 healthcare workers have been employed. This one is also not true. In fact, the reports we have are that only about 1,200 interns were deployed to hospitals since the beginning of the year, not the 3,394 that the President spoke about. Let me conclude, Mr. Speaker, on the question of Wi-Fi hotspots. And this one, if you want me to substantiate, I will take you to the hotspot. We were told that he has set up Wi-Fi hotspots across the country, including here in Nairobi County, in markets such as Muthurwa and city markets. This one, I will just invite you to carry your devices to city market. It is walking distance here, Mr. Speaker. And you will see that, in fact, those things do not work. Finally, Mr. Speaker, the famous one of Hustler Fund.
Senator Sufina, are you
Yes.
saying it wasn't, it's not working or it wasn't provided?
Mr. Speaker, I have told this House on previous occasion that, in fact, I was there. I have 20 minutes. Mr. Speaker, I was present with the CS for ICT at City Market on the day of the launch. Weeks later, I was being called by traders there that that thing no longer works, and that is the current situation today. Mr. Speaker, let me finish with the question of the Hustler Fund. First, people need to understand one thing, that what Mama Mboga needs is the purchasing power of their customers to grow or to be retained at the level at which it was. It is pointless for you to give Mama Mboga a loan to expand, quote unquote, their business, and yet you are raiding the pockets of our customers in a way that it is impossible for them to spend money at Mama Mboga's stall. Number two, Mr. Speaker, the CBK data shows that the default rate of the loans borrowed under this Hustler Fund is higher than the ones of commercial banks. Mr. Speaker, of the 10.2 billion shillings that is outstanding.
What is your point of order, Senator Veronica?
The Senator for Nairobi, Senator Sifuna, in order to indicate that the default rate is as he's reading. Should he not issue substantiated reports, Mr. Speaker? These are based on facts, and we are allowing too many things to pass, Mr. Speaker, without demanding for accuracy of the information that is being given to this House. Mr. Speaker, the Senator for Nairobi would need to substantiate that fact on the Hustler Fund and the loan repayment and the default rate, and also substantiate the fact that the Wi-Fis are not working, Mr. Speaker, sir. And to substantiate on the Wi-Fi, he will need a technical report to actually show, to actually express that these Wi-Fis are not working. Mr. Speaker, I am aware that those Wi-Fis are working, even the one in Nairobi. And if it is not so, then let him bring a substantiation report based on fact, technical, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Sifuna, on the Wi-Fi, you may not be able to substantiate right away.
Mr.
Are
Speaker,
you able to substantiate on the default, on the loan repayment?
Mr. Speaker, you can give me some credit as the person who represents the traders at these markets.